Am I actually live, YouTube? Am I actually? I'm so, I hate the new YouTube live stream. I hate it so much. Hold on, I'm just gonna go, because I think I had like an event or something that I set up that a lot of you are waiting in. I'm just gonna type, hi everyone, I made a new stream. So I'm not streaming on this one. I'm so sorry for the confusion. I'm confused too. Okay. Is anyone here? Am I just like by myself? I probably. Chances are, yeah, you know, it's okay. It's okay. I'll just hang out by myself. I don't actually want to hang out by myself. Oh, I really hope. It says that I'm live. Can just like no one see me? Is it private or something? Participants, me. Who's here? Me. Hold on. Can no one see the new live stream? I think I'm by myself. Now, like, no one's in the. I'm so confused. Nope, I'm just by myself, hanging out. It's probably private, isn't it? Is it private? Can you all just like not see me? Is that? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Pisses me off. Okay, well, let's try it again. Why not? I'll have 18 different live streams going at the same time. It'll be really fun. We're gonna love this. It is private, that's why. No, can I make it public and then just like stay here? Save. Public. Live now. Public. Are people here now? Or maybe I need to give it a second. But I'm actually public now? Am I? Yes! Angela Johnson, you're the real MVP. Thank you, Lior, Melissa, Ron, Pharaoh Inc. Oh, thank God. Oh, you guys, these past 3 minutes and 10 seconds have been a struggle. And even prior to that, probably like the past half hour has been a struggle. I don't know why freaking YouTube makes this so difficult. You know, usually when you do an update, you make something better. Well, dear YouTube, you made live streaming harder. Congratulations. Anyways, how is everybody? How are you guys? Happy Sunday. Remaining Embers says, hi, Cassie. Yesterday was my birthday. Well, happy belated birthday to you. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful day, just celebrating your existence and all that. Let's see. Thank you, Jamie. Says you look great during recovery. Thank you. I am officially 9 days post-op. So, I mean, that's probably why I didn't look good in my first couple days. You all will see. I did vlog my gallbladder removal experience and everything. I also wanted to let everyone, or not let everyone know, I wanted to put it out into the universe. Are any of you nurses, doctors? Can you tell me? Because Google has very different answers. I suppose I could just call one of the nurses at the hospital that I got my surgery done at. But like, so they used steri strips to secure me. You know, they did apparently like inside sutures or somehow, like the stitches that just like dissolve into your body or something. But then they put a steri strip on top of that. Aren't those? I thought they were just supposed to like come off on their own. But mine, like I said, it's been, what, 9 days? And mine are still going strong. And I'm just scared to, like, rip them off and then like have my incisions just be like blah, you know? So I just don't know. I just don't know. Ooh, Jamie says I am a nurse on a med surge unit, a medical surgery unit. Can you tell me, do I take the steri strips off myself or what? Call your doctor. It takes a while, but they do come off. Okay, great. You can take them off. It won't hurt you. You should be okay to soak in a bath, especially day 9. Okay, I mean, I have like been showering and stuff. Trust me, my hair would be all sorts of a greasy mess. I showered today. I've showered multiple times since surgery, but I just wasn't sure. I like thought you were supposed to. I don't know. I thought they were supposed to come off by themselves, but like I said, I mean it. Okay, they'll come off better with water. Yeah, like I said, I just didn't want to like rip them off and then like rip my incisions open or something. I don't know. I just was kind of, I don't know. I'm just confused. Melissa says they usually fall off before day 9. Well, mine are extra strong and can prove you wrong. It's just, yeah. Pharaoh Inc. Above that, Amber says you'll be perfectly fine. My surgeon ripped them off and not in a gentle way. Okay, good to know. Adela says go for a checkup. It's your right to call them as many times as you need. Yeah, I know I can call them. I hate talking on the phone and like asking for things. It's so stupid because like that's what they're there for. They told me to call them if I needed them. But Pharaoh Inc. says, hopefully you feel much better. I know for my wisdom teeth, they used those too. It took a while for one of them to dissolve. I don't think you have to worry too much. They'll fall off eventually. Okay, yeah, I thought so. But then I like also end up thinking about, I had this one like traumatic event. I don't know. I mean, it's for my childhood when I had like kind of first learned how to ride a bike and I was off riding my bike in the neighborhood and there was like a large pile of dog crap in the middle of the sidewalk and I didn't see it until I was pretty dang close to it and I way overcorrected myself to go around the poo and I just completely wiped out and like basically my whole knee was just gone. It was still there. My leg was still there, but like all of the skin on the top of my knee. It was a pretty gnarly scrape, if you will. And so I was like walking my bike home, teetering at home, and just like blood gushing down my leg. And there was like another neighbor down the street where I was that was like out in the yard playing with his kids or something. I didn't know the guy, but he like saw my bloody leg and was like, oh my God, like, do you need help? Like, where are you going? What happened? And I was like, no, I'm fine. Like, just kept going. And so, because I mean, it was only like maybe 6 houses down. And so I went and my mom was out mowing the lawn. And so I had to like go yell at her. And like in my head, I'm like, wow, worst mom ever, can't hear me over the lawnmower. And I'm screaming for her that I need her help. Oh my gosh, when you're a little kid and you think the world revolves around you, but either way, so my mom was like, oh, good God. So she went to clean me up and everything, but like we didn't have any Band-Aids big enough to put over it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was a pretty superficial wound, like just like the top of the skin came off or whatever, but you need to bandage that. I didn't need stitches, but it needed to be bandaged. And at the time, I don't know. I was too young and stupid, or I don't know what the case was. Maybe I just liked the Band-Aid, like we went out and, well, first we did like a makeshift Band-Aid. I think we used like some toilet paper or something and then like taped it onto my leg and then went to Target to go get Band-Aids. And we got like super neon colored ones. So I had like a neon pink, huge rectangle Band-Aid and I had that on top of it. And somewhere along the Target trip, that definitely like fell off in the middle of Target. And when we got back out to the car, I hadn't noticed, but we went to put the Band-Aid on and it wasn't on my knee anymore. So I feel so bad for the Target employee and or Target customer that found that bloody, nasty rag somewhere in Target. But that did happen. And yeah, we put the Band-Aid on. And then, like I said, I think I was just too young and stupid. Also, how dare you, Mom? You should have been like checking on my freaking wounded knee. I really don't care. It's not like I'm scarred or anything. But like, I didn't realize that you had to like change Band-Aids. Like, you can't just leave them on your wound and not let your wound air out, and like probably water got underneath the band-aid after multiple showers. And finally I just noticed that it was like really smelly at daycare one day. And one of my best friends at the time was like, that smells, like we should take it off. And we lifted it up and like kind of got a peek at my wound, and it was like, it was disgusting. I mean, to this day, it's one of my most vivid youngest memories. Like it was like all gray and green and puffy and like stunk. And so, yeah, I mean, eventually we cleaned it up, and then I changed my Band-Aid more often. But either way, yeah. So it just, that all like relates back in that I'm thinking like, I've got these steri strips on. I've had them on for 9 days now, and I'm like, I'm scared that it's gonna like get all infected and gunky and stuff under there. But I mean, like, it looks okay. Like, as far as I can tell, I mean, there's some slight, you know, bruising around the incision or whatever. But like, sorry, I think I got a hair on the outside of my nose. But like, I'm just scared I'm going to take the steri strips off and it's going to just be like a moldy, infected mess. And I just made a mess of myself. So, anyways, blah, blah, blah. Chrissy Moss says, as a mom, I've been accused by my 2. You didn't hear me crying. Yeah. Oops. Amanda says, you have an amazing memory. I can't remember much anymore. I mean, like I said, that's one of like the few very vivid memories I have, I think, just because at the time it was so traumatic, and like I learned a very important life lesson to change Band-Aids or else my skin is gonna rot off. Yes, for anyone who didn't know, that was why I put like post-op in the title. For those of you who don't know, I had surgery. I got my gallbladder removed. Yay! I was gonna say you guys won't have to hear me complain about it anymore, but there might be a video or 2 where I was having a gallbladder attack in the middle of my video, so you might hear about that a little bit. And I did a vlog. So, but I mean, either way, I know some people are getting annoyed, like, you're so annoying always talking about your gallbladder. It's not that big of a deal. Well, it was a big deal to me. I mean, when your doctor tells you that your gallstones are big enough where they're gonna explode your gallbladder within the next like month or 2, and then you'll die, like that's scary to me. But oh, okay. Peony says, do not take the steri strips off. They fall off when they're ready. That's what I figured. They call me Anna says, I've had a few stomach surgeries done laparoscopically. I sat in a bath and softly took the steri strips off. That's when I started using the cream to treat the scarring. Okay, gotcha. That's clearly not USD. But Idel Shadow Step, thank you so much for the donation, the super chat. Whether it's a penny in US currency or whatever, I am super appreciative. It just says, finally, I just wanted to send you a super chat. Well, thank you. That's very sweet of you. I really appreciate it. Is the A? Because I was thinking maybe the A stands for Australian, but I feel like Australian currency, it says AU. Where are you from? I'm just curious. But either way, yeah, Michelle says, I had a gallbladder attack last night. That ish hurts. I have 3 gallstones, scared to get it out. I mean, if it's anything like me, don't be. My recovery has been so, I mean, I shouldn't say, I feel like it has been. I don't have a lot to compare it to, but like easy. It's been an easy, low-key recovery. I mean, granted, it's one of those things where it'll be different depending on your circumstances, you know, like, did you have to go to work right away? That sort of a thing. I was able to prep, I was able to get a bunch of videos filmed before my surgery. I wasn't as far ahead in terms of editing and stuff. I wanted to have a whole week of videos uploaded and like ready to go live for you guys, so I didn't have to think about work for a week, but I wasn't that awesome and I only had 2 videos prepped instead of the 4 that I wanted. But either way, after like 2 days, I would say I was totally like fine to be editing and stuff. But I would say since surgery, I'm not 100% for sure. Like even yesterday I went to Costco with my mom and just like walking around for an hour or 2, however long we were there, it's like I'm just so exhausted. So I'm still very tired, and it's like I have to keep reminding myself, because like so many people online and whatnot have been like, it's not that big of a deal, it's not that big of a surgery, blah blah blah, like you'll be fine in a day and whatever else, like I've had this major surgery, you have no idea in comparison, and blah blah blah. And it's like, it's all relative, you guys, like what everyone has been through. Yeah, there are much worse surgeries that I'm sure I would have to recover from than a gallbladder removal, especially since they did it laparoscopically. But it's what I went through, and like we don't have to compare it to each other. Like I'm not sitting here trying to be like, oh, I have had the worst life and it was the worst surgery ever, I'm so grateful I'm even alive. I mean, I am really grateful that I'm alive, but either way, I'm alive. My surgery went well. I am here. I am so happy. Like it is so nice to not have to worry about what foods I'm eating or how much I'm eating or how late in the day I'm eating. And by late in the day, it's like I couldn't eat after 3 p.m. or else I was going to have a gallbladder attack in the middle of the night for like 4 hours, and just bleh. I wouldn't trade that for the world. I am so happy. I've got my 3 scars, my 3 laparoscopic scars. I thought it was supposed to be 4, but I only have 3 incisions. The one on the belly button or in the belly button, and then the 2, like one, it's like right under my breastbone, I guess that's where that is. And then there's one more like on the side of the abdomen. But yeah, it was really easy. Like it was a really quick surgery. I mean, I think they say it takes anywhere from 1 to 2 hours. It took 45 minutes. So they got in and they got out. So that was great. I came out of anesthesia really easily. They didn't even tell me they were putting me under. Like, I thought it was going to be like in the movies and stuff where they put on the mask on your face and they're like, okay, count down from 10. And then by the time you get to like 8 or 7, you're already asleep. It's like, I remember I was laying on the bed, like talking to the nurses and I think she was like an anesthesia assistant or something. But she was like strapping me onto the bed. And then there was the other lady strapping me onto the bed. And we were talking about YouTube because they asked me what my job was and if I would have any trouble with like, getting back to work and stuff. And I told them, no, I'm lucky. I've got a low-key job in terms of it takes no like strenuous physical effort. So it'll be fine. I do YouTube. And then one of the nurses was saying, like, oh, because, they were asking like, and you make a living off of that? I'm like, yeah, like explaining it to them, the ads and stuff. And one of them was saying, oh, ads are so annoying. I hate those ads. And I remember telling her like she should subscribe to YouTube Premium. It's like basically getting Netflix and then you don't have to worry about the ads. But she was saying she didn't want to have to pay for it, blah, blah, blah. And that's all I remember. I was like waking up in the recovery unit and I'm like, how dare you? I wanted to try to count down from 10. So there was like no mask that they put on. They must have done it intravenously through my hand IV. You can see my little tiny scar from where it was. You can also see, had a very bad experience. You will see this in the gallbladder surgery vlog. Yep. Just take that in. This is 9 days later. It's looking much better, but like it was all, dark blue and purple and stuff. This thing freaking hurts. Hurt probably way more than any of my incisions the first few days after surgery. This stupid nurse or whoever, I don't know what their exact title was, but this person that tried to IV me, I have never, ever had problems like when I'm getting blood drawn or anything, like never have had a problem with finding my veins. And then this guy, and he was just like, it was the fact that like, I get it. Like you can't do everything perfect every single time. I get it. But this guy, he was like a little bit older, not like elderly or anything, but like he had some gray in his hair and stuff. He looked like he was in his early 40s, I would say. And he was just like laughing the whole time, like, am I hurting you? I'm really not good at this. Ha ha ha. And it wasn't like nervous laughter. It was just like straight up, he was laughing that he was struggling so much because he thought it was funny. And like when he finally took the IV thing out because he like wasn't getting it, and I was like starting to show that like this is really freaking uncomfortable and really painful, and I've got like a pretty decent pain tolerance, but like it hurt. And like when he finally took the needle out, it was just like blood spraying everywhere, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, please, I don't want you coming anywhere near me again. Thank you for typing my information into the computer. Can I have someone else try and IV me? Please. Because I think he was going to like go out and like take a breath and like come back in and try somewhere else to get a vein or something. And some other lady came in because like I couldn't pee at first because they have to do like a urine sample or whatever. And, but like since you can't eat or drink anything that morning, you know, like I had woken up in the morning, or it's supposed to be like 10 p.m. the day before, because I'd had my surgery at the next afternoon, and so I hadn't been drinking anything, you know, I had been sleeping, and then when I woke up, I was able to have water for like, you know, a couple hours or something, but it had been like 4 hours since I had had a sip of water, and where am I going with this? I had peed when I woke up like normal and everything. So when I got to the hospital, I didn't know they needed to do a pee test. And so I couldn't pee. And so after this guy did this, it's still sore. Another lady came in to draw some blood so they could just do the same test, but with blood. And yeah, so wait, tell me again why you can't pee? It's just because I hadn't drank anything in a long time. But so yeah, the lady came in to do the blood, and she like before she stuck the needle in, she was like wary. She was like, I hear you've got some tough veins and blah blah blah. I was like, I really don't. Like no one has ever had problems like this before. And she like stuck it right in and got my blood just fine. But apparently she wasn't qualified to do the IVs, but she was qualified to do blood. She seemed really annoyed about it. Like, you know, just because I don't have the nurse title or something title, whatever it was, you know, I've been doing this for 30 years, but I can't do it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I would pick you over that other guy any day. Like, you got in, got out, like, you did your thing. Like, please don't have him come back. Like, I will give you written permission to please put my IV in. And she was like, don't worry, I'll just go get someone else that actually can. And so they went and they got a different nurse person to come in and got my IV in my hand just fine, very easily. No bruising, no nothing. And then this guy. Like, are you freaking kidding me? It hurts so bad. Oh man. Anne says my patients are chemo patients with the worst veins ever. Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, let's see. Ricky says, I am hard to get blood from. I'm also hard to put under. I was asked to count backward from 100. And when I got to 59, I said, guys, aren't I supposed to be out by now? I woke up mid-surgery once too. Oh my gosh, that is like, oh, that is what nightmares are made of. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry, take 4. He said, I'm very interested in your story, but I'm so squeamish that it's making me feel like I'm going to pass out. I'm sorry, I can stop talking about it. But yeah. Kim, hello. You just said Cassie, hello. Sierra says, one time a doctor told me I was a good bleeder. I was like, thanks. That is kind of a weird, I mean, I don't know, maybe medically that is a huge compliment. I have no idea. L. Smith asks, how much pain post-op? Not too bad. I mean, definitely some soreness, like in my abdomen, but I really haven't had much trouble. I haven't taken the pain pills that they gave me, the hydrocodone, for a couple days now, I think. Like ibuprofen has been plenty to kind of keep the pain at least at bay, but it's been pretty okay. You know, like it really hasn't been too painful. Let's see. KJ Certified says, so wait, since YouTube doesn't offer insurance like a normal workplace, have you had to pay all of the surgery costs out of pocket? I mean, no. I just have like individual insurance, that I pay for as a single person business or whatever. So some of it's covered, not a lot of it's covered, but some of it is covered. I'm paying for a lot of it though. I'm going to be very curious to see what my bill comes to me as, especially after just paying for the emergency room visit, which, oh my God, it's so expensive. So I can only imagine how much this is going to cost me. But it is what it is. I'm just happy to be alive, So it's one of those things where I have, like I can be a little frivolous in my spending for sure, but at the same time, I know how to budget and save money. And so I have like a stash of money, I guess you could say. Just I have a savings account. How about that? 4 times like this, like if my car breaks down and I have a really large car repair bill, does it suck? Yes, but at least I have the money put away. Or all of a sudden I need this big surgery and, like money, I don't, at savings, it's in savings. I'm hoping I have enough in savings to go. I can't imagine it would be more than what I have in savings. I will be very sad. But at the same time, like I said, it is what it is. I'm really happy that my gallbladder is not inside of me anymore. Very happy. Gemini says I paid about $3,500 with insurance. Ugh. Ugh, that sucks. I wonder if mine's gonna be like 5,000 or something. I mean, in any case, as I said, it is what it is. Yep. Hatchmandu says, yes, that's what savings is for. Exactly. I always like to think, oh, yes, savings, and then I can use it for fun things. Like I'll take a vacation or something. But no, it's there for the emergencies in life. At least that's what I feel like it should be for. Oh my God. Hatchmandu says my one back surgery was over $70,000. Holy crap. I mean, I hope you're okay. It must have been intense. I mean, back surgeries in general, that's, I would assume, intense. Just with the spine and everything. Yikes. Oh my God. Kathy says my gallbladder surgery was $78,000. I mean, if that's the bill I get, I don't have that much in savings. Oh my God. Oh my God. Little Vamp says I'm having surgery in January and it's costing $21,000. My God. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my. Nicole, your gallbladder or what? You just says mine was $135,000. Ah! Sherry says, wow, in Canada, I would pay $0. Yeah, well, I don't live in Canada. Oh my God. Ann Smith says these people seem to be giving the price they charge insurance, not what they actually pay. My God, I hope so. Oh my God. I don't have that much money. Oh, Jasmine says my gallbladder after insurance was about $5,000. That's what I was thinking it was gonna be. Oh my God. Janae, is that how you pronounce it? Says, great, so poor people just have to grin and bear it. Very fair. I agree. Like it sucks. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Oh my God. Oh, okay, Karen, I just read the bottom part of your comment saying cyst removed and it was around $21,000. I thought you meant like a superficial kind of like cyst. I was like, oh my God. But you had an ovary, a tube, and a cyst removed. So I'm assuming like an ovarian cyst. I mean, that's still very expensive, but yeah. Yeah. Saucer Jess says it totally depends on your insurance. I'm sure. Like I'm sure. I'll be curious to see. I don't have great insurance, but I have what I can afford every month, and it is what it is. Yeah, Sarah says it'll be under 5K, surely. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Sherry says you guys deserve universal health care, truly. I think so. I think everyone in the world deserves good, affordable, accessible health care. Unfortunately, that is not the case. But yeah, Jolly says, regardless of the cost, you will be out of pain and feeling fabulous again. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's one of those things. It is what it is. If I have to do installments of payments, that's what I'll have to do. At least I won't have to deal with the pain. I mean, the fact that I don't have to deal with gallbladder attacks anymore. I mean, the week leading up to surgery, it was literally every single night. I was getting maybe 2 to 3 hours of sleep per night for like a good consecutive 7, 8, 9 days, somewhere in there. I was just exhausted, and I hated it because it was like definitely showing in my videos, and like I just felt so bad, but it's like there was nothing I could do about it, and like it is so painful. And it's like every single time it's like it would happen, and I'm sitting there and or standing there, I guess, if I was in the middle of the attack, it was like, am I dying this time? Like, is this it? Thank you so much, Jay Garcia, for the super chat. Thank you. Just says, hi, Cassie. Hope you're doing well, and I love you. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're enjoying the chat and everything. Thank you. But yeah, it was just one of those things where it's like, one more freaking week. I just have to wait one more week. Gallbladder, don't explode on me now. You know, like I don't want to have to pay the emergency room surgery cost if I were to go in and like I'm in sepsis or something. But yeah, it was just like worrying for a good week straight where I'm like, is this it? Is this my death day? Am I done? You know, and you just don't know. But I didn't want to have to pay to go to the emergency room again. You know, it just sucks. Luna Claire wants to know if I've had to change my eating habits and diet. Initially after surgery, I did, just, you know, like eating really small portions because I was just scared and also not very hungry. But since then, I've been like experimenting with different things, you know, like nothing crazy, like experimenting. You would think I'm like having all these like deep fried crazy fat foods. I've had like a muffin and that was fine. But I mean, it's things like that, like a muffin that would have given me a gallbladder attack. But like, I'm able to have a muffin for breakfast and I'm fine. KJ Certified says, what are your thoughts on the James Charles casting call reality series he's creating, and will you be doing a casting call video to apply? I do believe you were the one that sent me, first off, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. But also, where was I going with that? Yeah, you messaged me on Twitter about that, right? I believe that was you anyways. But I don't know. I didn't look into it too much. I just saw, you know, the thing that you posted, and I saw that James Charles is gonna like promote someone or something on his channel and stuff. I don't watch him, so I guess I don't know too much about it, and I just don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just not like super duper invested or interested in it. I mean, never say never, but as of right now, I'm not doing anything for it. So, Sarah Stroud says, let's all donate some money. You guys don't have to donate money, especially if you know, need your money. Like we all, you know, if you don't have excess money to be giving to people, don't, no pressure, none at all. Melody and Kitties says, I would think the plant-based diet would have helped with gallbladder issues, but I have no education on these things either. Is it fat that exacerbates the issue? Yes, it is. I'm not 100% plant-based, but it certainly did help to eat lower fat and like non-processed foods, but it wasn't perfect, you know? I think the time of day that I was eating made the biggest difference. And like I said, if I ate anytime after 3 p.m., I was effed. That night was going to be miserable. People have been wanting date updates. I have none. I've been frustrated with it. Like and granted, I probably like should not be even swiping any which way on Bumble right now, but like being bored after surgery and just like laying around, I'm just like swiping on Bumble, and matching with people and stuff. And it's like so many times it's like I just forget, and then the guy uses his extension on me, after the 24 hours went by and I didn't send a message. And it's like he uses the extend on me, and I'm like, oh, like that's super flattering. Like I'll send you a message even though I don't know how interested I am. Like let's see if we connect. Like that's a nice gesture. And then I message them and they don't message me back. I'm like, why'd you use your extension on me then? Or like the guys that are replying back, it's like, I do my opener line or whatever, I usually ask them a question, and then they message back like pretty quickly, but they like message me back and answer the question, but then they don't ask me anything. And I'm like, well, so do you what? I'm just so confused. I just don't understand. I don't understand at all. At all. At all. Whatever. So yeah, that's my dating updates. I've apparently matched with quite a good amount of guys this past week. But yet. Yeah, Cordelia Payne says never settle for less than you want or deserve. I agree. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, if we can't even have a conversation, like if you don't care about asking about me, and like the only back and forth we're having is like me asking you things about your life, and you're just responding back with like yes or no's or, your actual answer, great. But like, you should be interested in me too. It's not like I want to sit there and talk about myself all the time, but even like a little bit, like, hey, how you doing? Response. Oh, I'm good. This is what I did today. Cool. Like, do you care about what I did today? Like, I don't. Okay. It's just annoying. I hate it. KS says boys don't want to be caught. They are the hunters. Let them make the steps. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, and I disagree with that. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with women making moves or whatever. And like with Bumble, you have to be the one to message first. But I'm the same, like that's how I feel with these messages, where it's like I'm not just gonna sit there and do conversation for you. You have to be interested in me too. And if you're not gonna ask me questions or like initiate anything, even like a hello, then I'm not gonna put my time into you either, Yeah, Christina says, yeah, it needs to be a two-way convo. Exactly. It has to go both ways. Because if you don't show any interest in me, how am I supposed to be interested in you? It's just not possible. Maria says, well, you look happy. Yeah, I mean, I am. I'm in a good place, especially after my surgery. Like, and that's one of the many reasons why I am not willing to compromise for anything. Alina Plot says, it's so annoying how so many guys are chumps. Sure is. Sure is. Kim C555 says, you need to just find the right person. None of these guys have been right. When it's a good match, it shouldn't be effort. Exactly. And that's how, like it, I don't know that I feel bad, but like, I feel like I reference my last relationship last year or whatever, quite a bit, but and some people are just like, you guys were only going out for a couple months, like it, quit thinking about it or blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's not that I think about it. It's just, that's what I'm like comparing things to in terms of it was so easy, like in the beginning, like conversation just flowed. It was mutual interest, it was a two-way street, and it was very 50-50, and it was just so easy. That's all I want. Like, it happened then, it can happen again, like that's what I'm looking for. It shouldn't be this stressful right off the bat. And like by stressful, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm crying over it or anything, but like, it shouldn't be a headache, or it shouldn't be like, seriously, when it's like I haven't even met you yet, so anyways. Lene says you'll, wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hey, gorgeous, you'll find your lobster one day. I'm still looking for mine. Is that a reference to something? My lobster? Chrissy Moss says you shouldn't, or relationship shouldn't be hard work. Agreed. Hillary says, have you heard it all from the guy in your last relationship? The one that I mentioned from like a year ago? Absolutely not. Nope, that ended. That crashed and burned. It was, I don't know that I ever talked about this. But yeah, last year, like, okay, so first off, it was like, here's some tea for you guys. So I was like, I was heartbroken. I mean, you guys saw me crying on video. Like, I was heartbroken. What can I say? Like, I was sad. He broke up with me, whatever. But I was like watching, you know, and I think I mentioned this too, but like I was watching all the videos on YouTube, you know, like how to get him back and like blah. I feel so dumb, but like I feel like so many people when they're heartbroken. I mean, those videos have so many views on YouTube. Like there's a market, and like, you know, all these, I feel like all of the like love coaches and stuff on YouTube, they've got like all these books they're selling and programs they're selling. I came so close to paying for some of these programs. I'm so glad I didn't. Like, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, they should be just as interested in me. Like, this is ridiculous. I shouldn't be doing this when this person is clearly not interested in me. And so like, I'm so glad I did not do that. But like, where was I going with this? Oh, so like the big thing, like after you get broken up with, is that you're supposed to do the no contact rule, you know, like don't contact them, blah, blah, blah. It's going to have them coming crawling back to you crying. And like, there's all these testimonial videos from people online. Like, yeah, I ignored my ex that broke up with me. You know, he said he never wanted to see me again. And then I didn't talk to him for 2 weeks after that. And then he just came crawling and crying back. Like, it was great. And now we're so in love and blah. That didn't happen for me. But I was like so dead set. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna no contact this guy and it's gonna be great. You know, like he's gonna come back and he's gonna be like, I'm so sorry. Like, I made a horrible life choice in leaving you. Like, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. How could I do that? You know, like in your head, you come up with all these like grandiose fantasies and stuff. So like, I think a good like month or something had gone by. And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, why hasn't he come crawling back to me yet? It's because that's not how these things work. I mean, like, yes, there are occasions where this will work, but it's not like a surefire thing. But where was I going with this? Oh, so I texted him something reminded me of him or something, and so I just like said, hey, saw this thing, it reminded me of you. Hope you're doing well. Didn't hear back from him. I'm like, ooh, that's a hit to the ego, but maybe it was too soon. Like, maybe I just need to no contact for longer. So I like waited for another like month or something, maybe a couple months or whatever. And like, he obviously had known that I had been working on that Pokemon cross stitch. Like, he was a fellow nerd and like thought it was really cool, whatever. So when I finished it last year, I sent him a text being like, guess you're never gonna guess what I just did. And I was like not expecting a response because last time I didn't get a response. And so I texted him that, you know, like, you're never gonna guess what I just did. And I was so shocked. Like an hour after I sent that text or something, it was like quick in any case, he texted me back saying like, what, or something, what did you do? And I was like, oh my God, did the no contact work? Like, is this happening? He's coming crawling back to me. So stupid. And I just like sent him the picture or whatever of the completed cross stitch, and he like initiated more conversation. He was like, wow, great. You know, like, how do you feel? You know, like asking a question in conversation. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's finally like figured out the error of his ways. He's coming back to me. Like, this is so stupid. Looking back on it anyways. But like at the time I was so freaking excited, and like we were just having a casual back and forth for like a good couple days, and then like after that it was like getting more and more sparse. Like I wasn't getting replies or like that sort of a thing. And then it just like dawned on me. I was like, I'm such a freaking idiot. And so at that point, I was just like pissed. And so I texted him at one point being like, hey, like, I thought, you told me you wanted to be friends. Like, do you not actually want to be friends? Like, I know it took me a couple months to be able to like be friends with you. But like, were you lying to me? Like, was it like everyone said where, like guys just try and get off easy and they say like, oh, it's time to break up. But like, I still want to be friends, that sort of a thing. Like, was that all that was? Or were you actually like, I thought you were being genuine with that. And like, I'm finally at a place where I could be friends with you again. And then it was like, I forget, what did he even say? Something like, hey, like it's a really busy time of the year or something, and I'm sorry, like my friendship isn't like I can't be the friend that you want me to be right now, blah blah blah. I'm like, what kind of friend do you think I want you to be? Like, I just want you to respond to a text. Like, I think that's a pretty basic friendship thing, that when your friend texts you, you text them back. You don't just like ghost them. Yeah. So, I mean, at the time I was just like pissed and heartbroken all over again. And I just like sent him, I feel kind of bad. Like I sent a pretty pity party text about like, wow, thanks for making me feel like garbage, like the garbage that I always knew I was, blah. I feel bad, but like he ended up responding to that text like, hey, good on you. I would have just ignored the person after that and just been like, you go cry by yourself. Like, don't put this on me. But he said something like, I hope you can learn to love yourself someday. And thankfully at this point, like, I'm totally good. I mean, my God, this is what, like a year later almost? Yikes. But yeah, I mean, that was that. I don't think I told you guys that. I think I was so embarrassed of myself, like like that desperate. My God. Melody and Kitty says breakups are messy. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So Aaron Lowe says it's never a good idea to stay friends with exes. They're an ex for a reason. I mean, I agree. Like it's clearly it wasn't gonna work. I mean, it was confusing because like our communication was so good and whatnot in the beginning, but then it was so not. But I mean, that was after he broke up with me, so like obviously communication wasn't good after a breakup. Like what he didn't want me in his life, so why would communication be good still? Anyways, Mel, how long were you in a relationship with him? It was like 2 or 3 months or something. It wasn't a long time, but it was like we were spending a lot of time together each week. So like it felt like a long time. It was just one of those things where it's like I just felt like I had known him forever. And so I don't know. It was that. That was that. That was that. I just want it to be easy again, darn it. Like why can't dating be easy? Why can't communication be easy? Oh man, Wendy says you look great. Thank you. Hard to believe you just had surgery. So happy for you that it's over and you're feeling better. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Erica says you don't need a guy that can't even reply to your messages. Agreed. I don't need an ex or a boy or a friend. I don't need anyone in my life that's not willing to respond to a text message. Even like, especially when it's something as simple like, hey, how's it going? Like you can, I don't know, like it's not that hard, So Amanda says you'll find your forever someday. I agree. And by that, I mean, I hope. Melody and Kitties, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, my ex ghosted me after 3 years and living together. Oh my gosh. Some of you guys have sent me some stories about like your relationships and stuff. And like, it just puts mine to shame where I'm like, I was so heartbroken. It's like, I can't even imagine like some of the situations that you guys have gone through with exes of yours. Like, how long did you mourn? Because like me, I mean, like I said, I was heartbroken for like months like 2 months, a good 2, 3 months or something, like a ridiculous amount of time, like an amount of time where I was pissed off at myself that I still cared. So, like, I can't even imagine, like, you go girls. I think it's mostly girls that have told me these stories, but, like, either whatever gender you identify as, you go. Like, well done. And Melody and Kitties, thank you for another super chat, just says that now you are happily married and you're rooting for me. Thank you so much. I'm so happy for you. I want that. Like, I want to find my person, but I'm not going to force it, you know? So, yes. Is it Steven? Steban? Luansky says, unless the sex is on point, the text reply can wait, rolls eyes. Unless the sex is on point. Do you mean like unless you're having sex at the time that the text came and so you can't reply because you're having such bomb intercourse? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand what you said. But yeah, I roll all the way. All the way. Jess Flowers says my ex also ghosted me after dating for about 6 months and I was depressed and so upset for at least 4 months. Yeah, like I can understand that. Like, what is wrong with me? If anything, it taught me like a super good lesson. Not even necessarily just this past relationship, but my past 2, honestly, plus a friendship, like a really close, like best friend friendship. Getting ghosted sucks. And as much as I hate, like even on Bumble or something where it's like I am not into it or whatever else, I still tell the person that. Does it suck? Yeah, I hate it. I feel like a horrible person having to text this person or message them and be like, hey, sorry, I'm not interested. Bye. But I've been ghosted enough times where I know how much it freaking sucks to get ghosted and then keep like, your hopes up and stuff that, oh, maybe they'll come back or whatever. I don't ever want to do that to somebody. Except that one time where he was like a creeper level 12, like not even a creeper level 10, a creeper level 12. In which case, yes, I ghosted him and I don't care. He was a creep. But the rest of it, it's like, I just don't ever want to be the person to ghost someone because it sucks being ghosted. I just, Courtney Blaylock says, my ex and I were together for almost 2 years and then found out he cheated on me multiple times. It's been a year and I'm finally getting better. I am so sorry. Like, I know it's so hard to like hear it being said, but like you deserve so much better. Cause I know it like especially like right after this thing, like a bad thing happens or like a heartbreak happens, or even like during your time of mourning, however many months later, I know how, like from personal experience, I know how much it sucks to hear someone say like, you deserve better. Cause all you can think of is the good times that you had with this person. And it's like, no, like that's what I wanted, that and whatever else. Like, I'm not like trying to make you sound whiny. That's just like me and how I act. But like, yeah, it sucks to hear, but you do deserve better. I hate cheaters. Cheaters. Nope. That's one of those things that I feel like I stand pretty firmly on. Like I can give second chances. Yes, but when it comes to cheating, I'm a very firm believer that that doesn't change. Like once a cheater, always a cheater. If they've done it before, they can and will do it again. So it sucks. Sucks. Ugh. Tara O'Connor says, oof, I've been ghosted by a friend. We started talking again and then she did it again. I've been there, done that too. Sucks. Stop. It sucks. Oh, do I need to block someone? Someone says they're ruthless. Someone else says I need to block them. Wasn't that the person that something about? I thought I responded to them. Are they bad? At least the comments that I see of theirs, they're not doing anything bad. But we'll see in the future. Be on good behavior, people of my chat, please. American Lady says, I have had friends make fun of me Oh, I'm sorry. And can you give me a shout out? Hello. Nobody ever does. I guess I'm invisible. And because you have autism, your name's Tina. No, no, you're not invisible. I mean, I don't know. My chat, it's, my live streams aren't like I have thousands of people. So it's like impossible to keep up with my chat. It is hard. Like I can't see everybody's comments, but I'm sorry you haven't been noticed. Hello to you. Definitely no reason that you aren't being seen other than if it's been like a normal kind of chat where, like I said, they have thousands of viewers, they probably just don't see your comment. You're probably not being ignored. Certainly should not have anything to do with you having autism. Like if people are making fun of you for that, screw them. That's not nice. I mean, it's not nice to make fun of anyone ever, but especially that, not nice. Good. Manda says you are not invisible, Tina. Agreed. You're not. We see you. Quincy, hello. Happy Sunday to you as well. Lori also says hello. Hello. Sorry, I'm just reading comments. Does anyone have any other things? Christina Fernandez says, I wonder if you turn a blind eye to things, like maybe being on social media made you too forgiving? I'm not sure what that's referencing. I mean, I try not to turn a blind eye to things. Certainly in like some relationships I do, like be that now, like being a social media person or whatever. Even before that, and I feel like a lot of people do, you tend to try and focus on the good in relationships, be it romantically or friendship or family, whatever. You try and focus on like, okay, they did the bad thing, but like they're doing all these good things too. So I mean, I certainly do have blinders on in certain situations like that, but I mean, like now I can look back and be like, okay, yeah, that ex that I was talking about, at the time I was only focused on the good things, but like now being able to look back in hindsight and I like see all these little things that like add up and I'm like, you were super crappy of a person in those situations. Like who does that? One time I can think of specifically is that someone, I may have mentioned, I mean, either way, someone close to me died. And my ex and I were supposed to hang out that day. And he had texted me without knowing and had asked if we could reschedule to the next day. He just had some things come up or something. And so, like, can we get together tomorrow instead of today? And I said something like, yeah, like it would probably be best. Like, I just got some really bad news. Like, so and so passed away. And he just like replied something like, normally if you care about a person you would be like, oh my gosh, like no, like screw these things that came up that like are frivolous and I'm not obligated to do them. Like I want to come be with you and like comfort you, and he was just like, oh, that sucks. Yeah, I'm really I'm playing this video game or something with my friends right now and I'm really into it, so that's why I want to hang out tomorrow instead of today. What? Like, I remember when that happened being like, are you kidding me? But I was like nice about it on the outside, like, yeah, okay, thanks. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm just going to cry by myself for the rest of today. And like looking back, I'm just like, what the heck? What the heck? Like, even if it was a friend and not like your person, your relationship person, like, who does that? You at least like offer, like, oh my gosh, like, are you okay? Like, what happened? Can I come be there with you right now? Like, whatever. Even if the person does want to mourn by themselves, you at least ask them. Like, God. Yeah, Remaining Embers says if people care about you, they will take the 5 seconds to show it. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, people are saying, yikes, geez. Ashley says, I see how this person is an ex. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. And Amanda says, oh no, you are so much better off without him if that's how he's going to be. When my mom passed away last year, my boyfriend stayed with me at my house for like a week after. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, and Christina Does Makeup says, haha, I'm a gamer, but my kids/fella come first, though my kids are grown up and you game with your son. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't expect you to like come running and like trip over your shoelaces to come be with me, but like to be like, oh yeah, I'm playing games with my friends. I just like to this day, I'm still like, really? The heck? I'm more like mad at myself for being like, oh no, it's okay. Like he's having a good time with his friends. Like, why I don't want to bring him down. Like, oy. Christina says, oh wow, he did that. I'm sorry. I had a really selfish friend. So happy I cut that person out of my life cold turkey. Yeah, I mean, it's just yikes. Chrissy Moss says he doesn't deserve anybody. I'm shocked. I mean, I don't think it's fair to say that someone doesn't deserve anybody, but like it was a really cruddy thing to do, and I hope homeboy. I doubt he learned a lesson because, like I said, I never called him out about it. MCMJ says he didn't say sorry for your loss or something like that. No, I mean, like I said, I think he had texted something like, "Oh, sorry to hear that, but I'm gaming with my friends today. Let's get together tomorrow." It was something like that. Like, the heck? Ay. Pineapple on Pizza says, show us your kitties on your shirt. Isn't it cute? I got this a long time ago from Forever 21. It's just got kitties all over it. It's wonderful. I got it while I was still living in Boston, if I'm remembering correctly, so a long time ago. Melody and Kitties says, the dating pool can be so sketchy that even a dude who is barely acceptable seems like a freaking delight. It's all relative. Yep. Yep. What state do I live in? I live in Minnesota. Quincy says, I hope he became an ex very quickly after. I think so. I feel like he broke up with me maybe like 2 weeks after that or something. Yeah. I mean, after that, it was one of those things where it's like, I think even in my video where I was like crying about him breaking up with me, I said, you know, I kind of like saw it coming because things were like kind of piling up, and I saw it coming. I saw it coming. And now like me looking back a year later, I'm like, God, those 2 weeks leading up where it's like, I saw it coming. What a douche, the things that happened. Yikes. Yikes. Anywho. Thoughts on conspiracy and Tati palettes? Well, I already did my review and tutorials videos on the Tati palette, and I just got my controversy or my mini controversy and my conspiracy palettes in from Shane and Jeffrey. Not like they didn't gift them to me, obviously. PR was way before this. I ordered them on my own. I am wearing the conspiracy palette on my eyes today, so I just started testing today. So I'm very excited. That video should be up within the next week or two, depending on how long it takes me to get all the editing and stuff done. So yes. Does anyone have any like big questions? I feel like keeping these live chats around the hour mark is usually good, like, and palatable for people, you know, for the replay and that sort of a thing. So, I mean, I can stay on for like another 10-15 minutes here, and then my throat is still sore. I don't know, they really shoved that breathing tube down my throat during surgery because my throat has been sore. They told me that your throat might be sore for a day or two after your surgery because of it. My throat still hurts, so like all this talking, I shouldn't really be talking too much longer. Go suck on a lozenge. There we go. So yeah, if anyone has any questions. What upcoming makeup release intrigues me? I hate to say it, but I'm really curious about Jacqueline's highlighters. I think I'm gonna get the palette of the pressed ones. I know I shouldn't. Like, I know I shouldn't give her more money, but they look really pretty, the swatches, and I kind of want to try it. My grandma and grandpa are calling me. I feel bad. I love my grandparents. I love you, Grammy and Grandma. I will call you back right after this stream ends. I feel really bad. I love you guys. I love you so much. I'll call you in just a second. Pick up, go be with them. Okay, yeah. So just on the stream. Okay, yeah. Like I think that was a good cutoff point. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm gonna call my grandparents back, and yeah. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope it was semi-enjoyable for you guys. Thank you to anyone who gave me a super chat. I appreciate it. Also, thank you to anyone who didn't give me a super chat and just joined me for chatting. I appreciate you. These live chats would be nothing if it was just me talking to myself, as can be seen in the playback of me for like the first 3 minutes before I figured out that this live was on private and I was just hanging out by myself. Thank you, Sophie I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Mertzai? So happy to see you up, talking and looking great, gallbladder free. Thank you so much for the super chat and for the well wishes. I appreciate it. And all of the rest of you who have given me well wishes, just have said that you've been thinking about me with surgery this month and blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to hop on here and let you guys know I'm doing good. I'm alive and recovering. I'm not recovered, but I am recovering. And I just have been really appreciative seeing you guys, in my Twitter feed or on YouTube videos in the comments saying that you're thinking of me. I appreciate it. I hope you guys know that I am always thinking of you all as well. Everyone who has said that they are also going through surgery or recovery or whatever, or even just people saying that they're there and watching my videos and stuff. I love you guys. I am very appreciative of all of you guys, and I wish nothing but the best for all of us. I wish nothing but health and happiness and good cheer in this holiday season. I really do. I don't know how many times I can say it, but that is how I feel. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the chat. If you just got here, or you got here later and you missed like the first half of the stream, whatever, YouTube just needs a second to process this stream. I shouldn't say a second. It usually takes at least like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, but the live stream will be going up on my channel. I'll be doing timestamps and stuff, so you all can watch the playback if you are so inclined. There will be a new video up on my Collects channel tomorrow for you if you are interested in that. Cassie Collects. There will also be a normal video this Tuesday and this Thursday and then next Sunday like usual as well. So I will see you all then. And like I said, happy health and happiness and good wishes and cheer to you all. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys. I think I've said it all enough already. All right, I found the end screen button. I hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, stay well until then. Bye.